Yo, I just read that the guy who just now got put in charge of
The guy who got put in charge of UCLA's campus safety was the dude who was in charge of campus safety at Uvalde. Isn't that hilarious? Why would our government act like this? This seems really dumb. Why would they? Well, when you realize that the FBI is actually just a criminal organization that is aligned itself with the CIA and Mossad, if you just think of all three of those as the same thing, but they're all Zionists. The FBI is Mormon, they're Zionists. The CIA is literally just straight up German nationals from after World War II, and they're Zionists because remember, the whole Israel plan was their plan. And so we're finishing Germany's original Israel plan. And then Mossad is, dude, I'm still kind of confused if there are any actual like Holocaust survivors involved in Mossad or what, but they work with the people who perpetrated the Holocaust. So I have a really hard time like understanding what's going on exactly there, but I'm almost 1,000,000% right about the first two for sure. So it's either that Mossad is actually just a bunch of descended from German like NANCIES, or they're confused people whose brains been broken by propaganda and they're just willingly working with people who used to own concentration camps. Like Peter Thiel's family owned a concentration camp, you know? Austin Russell's family owned a concentration camp. Like, and then they're the people who are helping Netanyahu with their Palantir, their Palantir drone striking software. Why would they do that? Well, it's because it's just Zionism, okay? Everyone thinks that the Zionist thing is just in Israel. The Zionist thing is America. America is the main Zionist push that's happening. The stuff that's going on in Israel is a prelude to what's going to go on in America soon. They want the Mormons and the German nationals, like Bill Gates and all the other people who've been buying up all the land in this country, all those other German nationals that are literally descended from Nazis. All of those people, dude, the eugenicists, the ones where you're like, Bill Gates is a eugenicist? Why? Well, it's because he's a German Nazi. Elon Musk is a eugenicist? Why? He's a German Nazi. Peter Thiel's a eugenicist? Why? He's a frickin' descended from a concentration camp owning mother effer Nancy. That's why. So, okay, you got that, right? The FBI it's not law enforcement. The FBI is a criminal fundraising arm and police enforcement arm of the Fourth Reich. Do you see me? You understand? Okay, so that's all true. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying about any of that. You need to look into it. You need to start believing it because it's true. Doesn't matter if you guys think that I'm crazy, because the fact is that everything I'm saying is true, and whether or not you believe it, okay? So at this point, I would risk my life on it. I know that means nothing to you, but it means something to me. In my world, when you say you're gonna do shit, like, you do it, right? Like, do other people not have, like, my word is the only thing that I have, right? That's the only thing that I can do is, like, if I say something, then I do it, or I apologize for it, or whatever. But so many people just think that you can just say and do whatever gets you out of the moment, and then that you don't have to hold yourself to that later. But I don't say shit unless I believe it, okay? I wish other people believed that. I wish other people live their lives like that, because I was under the impression that a lot of people did that. I don't know if that's true. So I wish a lot of people, though, would, because your word is all that you have, okay? If you aren't going to show up when you say you show up, then what's the point of having you around? So all that to say that I'm not a liar. You can believe me or not, but it doesn't matter if you believe me or not, because it's true. So I need you to get behind it. I need you to see it, because we have to do something about it, or they're going to kill us all and enslave us all, okay? So look into this, www.paulysopel.com. Timothy McVeigh, the OKC bomber, he's an FBI agent now, you know that? He was in charge of the Pulse nightclub shooting. He covered up the Pulse nightclub shooting because the Pulse nightclub shooting was also an inside job. It was coerced and forced to be done by the FBI. I think that those Omar Mateen, those kind of people, I think that they're very heavily traumatized and they are basically turned into Manchurian candidates and they're able to be set off through hypnosis and other really traumatic, horrific techniques that the Nazis used and they have spent since World War II perfecting. So do you see why the Nazi thing is important? People think I'm obsessed with Nazis. I'm not. I hate them. But we have to know who our enemy is. When you realize who they are, it makes everything make sense. It makes so much sense why we don't prioritize healthcare here, right? It's because they want all the black and brown people to die. They don't care if all the poor white people go with them. They just care about the rich white people. Remember? Do you remember who the NANCIES were? So, I'm not obsessed with NANCIES, but we have to know who our enemy is, okay? So, Paul Weisopel is Timothy McVeigh. You'll never change my mind about that. I know it's true. His job at Pulse was to cover up the fact that a very fishy character who, if there was any scrutiny on, everyone would realize is a fucking MK Ultra victim. But we can't have that, so the FBI has to be in on it, right? The FBI is the one keeping him at bay, right? We can't go talk to him. If you try to talk to Omar Mateen, the FBI will stop you. If you like that, this is the plan. All these false flags, this is what the FBI does. It's to keep us going to war in Iraq, going to war in the upcoming Yemeni war that they're trying to do right now. Palestine, it's all this. It's all because of this. It's because we let a bunch of national Zionists from Germany come and live in America after they destroyed the whole earth. In 1940s, they destroyed the whole earth, and we said that we punished them, and we didn't. We gave them a free ride to Argentina and Chile. And then we gave them the ultimate free ride to frickin' America, as well as everywhere else. They gave them the keys to the kingdom in every country. They spread out from Germany, dude. They're everywhere in the world now. And they're controlling everything. So, it sucks. MK Ultra never stopped. When they said that they stopped MK Ultra, that's when they just went global with it. That was the end of the experimental phase. Then they started implementing it into TV, into Hollywood, into the media, into school. Everywhere, dude. Everything in your life is to keep you with your head down, working 5 out of 7 days a week, and never asking questions. And if you ask questions, you're going to get the boot. You're going to get the boot or told you're crazy or you're going to fucking jail. So, it's fascism. And when you realize it's the fucking Nazis, it makes sense. So yeah, the FBI are working with literal descended from Nazis, Germans. The CIA was made for them, to hide them. The CIA did not exist before World War II. They made the CIA to put all of the Germans that they brought over in U-boats to Montauk. They brought about 50,000 of them. And they hid them. And they've been hiding. And now they own all the companies everywhere. And they're in all the cities of America. They're everywhere, dude. And we have to stop them. And if we don't, we're done. What's the dude's name? The guy who was in charge of the Las Vegas shooting? You know what he was also in charge of? The fucking Lahaina fire that was started by a satellite. Do you see how this works? They just send in one of their special agents who's specially in charge of making sure that no one fucking knows what's actually going on here, which is redlining. It's new redlining. It's the new way of redlining for national Zionists. NANCIES, German NANCIES. It's new redlining. I'm not a liar. Go look into it.